Guys, what is up? Caleb here, tuning in to the Caleb Che YouTube channel. And I have a very special video for you guys today. And I know the quality's not the best, but it's going to be special. It's going to be a very special video. And the reason why, the reason why this is going to be a special video today is because we are doing this at the same spot in the same exact chair that I was in when I made my very first YouTube video. My very first YouTube video, I was literally right here on my desk, and I was talking about my story with, social anxiety and depression. And I remember it was in this chair in the same house just 5 years ago. And so I wanted to hop on here. Wish you guys are well. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. And I wanted to actually hop on here for a couple of reasons. It's been a while, so I wanted to hop on here. That's reason number one. Reason number two is I feel good. I feel good, and I wanted to hop on, spread some vibes, some good vibes your way. And then also talk about a topic that I started noticing today when I was on Instagram. And as you guys know, people are wrapping up school, people are graduating. And shout out to you if you guys are graduating, if you're class of 2021. I know this past year has been crazy, but I'm seeing all my friends and people I went to high school with and people I graduated with now finally graduate college. And it's a big step, an exciting, very exciting accomplishment. And I'm over here still in my parents' basement. But it's funny. I wanted to hop on here because I see my friends and everyone I went to school with, and I'm very happy for them. And I see the route that I took, and not to say any route, one route's better than the other. But it's just cool to see, cool to see people that graduate high school together. And it's like this weird transition of not knowing, one person's going to go this route. Oh, I'm going to go this route. We'll see each other in 4 years and see what happens. And then everyone graduates. Either they go through the college route, or they started their own business, or they went to trade school. It's this 4-year mark every year, right? I feel like 4 years in high school, and then 4 years after you graduate high school. And it's like either you graduate college, or you did something, or you went straight into corporate America, or you went straight into a job. It's like that the benchmark again. And it was cool to see what happened in 4 years, where everyone's at. What's everyone doing in 4 years? And to this day. And so it's cool. And I wanted to reflect on that, because these 4 years when I stopped going to college, and that was in November of 2017, in which I stopped going to college, and I decided to go all in on just myself, really. It wasn't on any sort of business, but just going all in on believing in myself, believing that I was going to be okay without college. And it's been 4 years of going through a lot of things, a lot of experiences, a lot of failures, a lot of mistakes, a lot of trial and error. I went to, for me to give my story here, maybe I'll give some inspiration, inspire people that are in that transition where they may feel like they're not where they want to be, right? I think I named the title of this video, How to Start Creating the Life of Your Dreams. And I remember going through this exercise with whether it be Bob Proctor or Tony Robbins. I was very indulged in a lot of personal development, a lot of things that was going to better me as a person. And I went through this exercise of writing down Who do I want to be in 5 years? What do I want my life to look like in 5 years? Where am I going to be in 5 years? Which state am I going to live in? Getting very, very clear on the idea of what do I want in my life? How do I want to be living my life? How do I want to feel throughout the day? And at that time, I'm telling you guys, but at that time of my life, I was lost. I didn't have a direction. I was anxious all the time. I was depressed. I had a lot of negative emotional things I had to go through. And I've worked on myself, looked in myself, was able to face a lot of my demons, and just a long way to go still to this day. But I came a long way. And 2017, like I said, 2017, I went to high school, graduated, still was in my phase of negativity. And then I got the idea, the inspiration to want to start my own YouTube channel. And at first, when I started it, I wanted to become a motivational speaker. I wanted to impact other people. And it's very true to, when I look back, it's very true to what I want to continue to do in my life, and whichever avenue I take to do that, whether it be with consulting or whether it be with coaching other people. I know I want to impact other people. I want to empower other people. So that's what I did. And, my initial idea was, let's start a YouTube channel, get a lot of people to follow me, to digest my content, digest the videos I put out, and hoping that I could help other people, because I know the struggles, and I wanted people to just live the best life, become the best person that they were capable and had the potential to become. And I did that for a whole year, dropping videos on videos every week, 3 videos, consistency throughout the whole year. And I remember this opportunity came up where it was like, Caleb, why don't you move down to California? And this is when I just started. So 2018, mid 2018, I just started getting into the online course space, the online business, right? Building an online business, making money online. All of these things were things that told me that I made the right decision in not going to college for myself and to try out this new avenue. I look back now, best decision I ever made in my life. Going back to believing in myself, but also just getting into the space of online, making money online, creating an impact online, building something online. I see the world headed in that direction with Amazon and just everything's going online. And I feel as if we're able to use this as a tool and in the right way, it's very powerful. And so I'm very glad that I look back and I made that leap to go down this route, go down this avenue, learn a lot of things. But I digress. So 2018 was getting into the online space, and I got the opportunity after looking into other business models. I was looking at drop shipping. I was looking at everything that everyone else was doing. And I ran into the business model of social media marketing. And at the time, I think the big dogs, Tai Lopez was just around that time coming out with his course and getting everyone on that train. And so that's when I started to get on it. From meeting Eman Gotzi and Billy Wilson to, Joe Soto, a lot of people that I just looked up to, and I got really, I grew a lot of faith in the business in 2018. And right around that time, I was actually making cold calls, just a few a day, right? But I was leaning into it, sending out emails, outreaching, prospecting. This was 2018. And I look back and it's 2021 now. And it's been 3 years, since I've been in this space, in the effort of trying to build a business since 2018. So there is no such thing as an overnight success. Even this took 3 years. Even if the first 2 years was not anything, nothing was produced or very little was produced, it was still 2 years of that time that it took in total of 3 years to actually create something. And so 2018, I got the opportunity after wanting to do my own work and trying my own work and doing freelancing. I got the opportunity to work out and move to California with a group of people to start a digital marketing agency together. And it was a great idea. I was like, wow, there's people out there my age or close to my age that are doing the exact same thing that I wanted to do. And for me, it was a great opportunity. And so I moved all the way to California. Told my parents 2 weeks prior that I was moving to the other side of the country. They were very surprised and taken off. And I made the leap, right? I made a leap. 2018, I was living there. I ate like shit. Didn't get paid a single dime. But I could tell you in that moment, in that time of 9 or 10 months, 11 months, a lot of things happened. And a lot of things. But if I had to sum it down, there was a lot of things that happened, a lot of bad things, a lot of lies that were made. But also in that whole experience, there was a lot of growth, right? I learned how to talk to business owners. I learned what it meant to be poor. I learned what it meant to be poor. And I learned what it meant to live by yourself and move to a different environment in which you don't know a single person. That taught me a lot. Even after I decided to leave, I learned what it felt like to feel lost again and to be in the other side of the country with no plans. That was a scary feeling. And I learned a sense of independence. I learned a sense of picking myself back up, right? And I learned a lot of things also business related with running a marketing agency. You know, the guy at the time, he wasn't experienced in building businesses, but he was a very smart person. He was a very great salesperson. And so I learned a lot of things. I learned the effort of having a team together and building a digital marketing agency and trying to get clients. And so that was all of 2018. And I carried that on to 2019. And I left California. I left the job. I left the opportunity 2019, mid-2019, around March. So around this time, actually. And decided to come back to Philadelphia in 2019 because I got the opportunity from Chris, Chef Chris Cho, if you guys know him from TikTok, and he's blowing up. And I'm, very grateful to have worked with him and have been mentored really by him. And really, I look back and I thank a lot of my growth to Chris. And so went back to work with Chris and learn how to build a brick and mortar business or just work within one, and also just be his content curator. I was recording content for him. I was learning the way that he was thinking. I was learning the ways that he was building his business and his online presence. I did that for a whole year. And in that experience, I also did catering. I also was learning how to interact with people. I was at the front. So I was I was a waiter, but also I fell into some bad habits, just being in that night scene, being in Philly. I moved out in that time for the first time. I moved out, and I was living right by Temple in North Philly. And so I was in this kind of weird area of my life where I was trying to figure it out. I was being mentored by somebody that was great, had a lot of experience, but it was still kind of lost in terms of what I wanted to do. And so that was from 2019 to 2020. And then COVID happened. All right. And then COVID happened. And you guys know that story. It wasn't fun. And a lot of things happened. Basically, I had a lot of health risks because I was still living with my parents at the time. I had to move out because I couldn't afford my own bills and it was too risky. So I moved back to my parents. I had to leave the job that I was with Chris for to come back here. And basically, I just had to start over. And keep in mind, I still wanted to build a digital marketing agency this entire time for 3 years. I wanted to build it. 2 years of trying, 1 year of basically trying myself, second year trying for somebody else, third year, I was really just working with Chris, but still learning how to operate a business. So there's still that experience. And then now we're at 2020, COVID started, and I'm like, damn. Um, this was the time in March, April, when COVID happened, when it was really getting serious, where I thought to myself, I was very discouraged at this point. It was like, damn, do people really grow an agency? Like, is it possible? And at the time, I thought 10,000 per month, or, everyone talks about the six-figure business, being able to make 8,000 plus per month was the dream, back then. That's when you like really make it in the agency space. And so I remember, because for 3 years I was watching people make six figures, past that 8K per month mark. And I was like, damn, like, I don't think this is possible. I've been trying for 2-3 years, and it's so goddamn hard. And that's what I thought. I really thought this up until last year as well. It's pretty recent, but up until last year in March, April, I really was in that mentality of, can I do this? I was in doubt. And for some reason, I told myself, give it another shot, Caleb. Let's give it another shot. This will be, I don't know if it would have been my last shot, but I definitely was at the last straw, and I was very pressed on time. At the time, I wasn't going to school. I was like 3 years out of college, and my parents were asking me, what my plans were. I can't be working at a restaurant. My parents were scared. I was working at a restaurant at the age of like 22, and not going to college, not really knowing what I wanted to do. And so there's a lot of stress in that area. And I told myself, you know what, go all in and see what happens. And at the time, I was just, I had a time, I had a time, and I had the finances to keep me alive for a bit. And so I decided to go all in. And I told myself, hey, listen, Caleb, you got to give it your all, man. And so it was like the 3 years of outside of high school that I took into this last effort of building this digital marketing agency. And right around May, we started some free trials. We started getting the team together, started putting the vision together, and we just worked at it. October, we hit September, we hit the so-called six-figure mark, where in actuality, you just passed the 8K mark, but not 100K cash collected, which we're getting to pretty soon, which is amazing. In profit, we're going to be collecting our first 100 grand. It hasn't even been a year. And for me, that shows impact. That shows that we brought value more than just money. But yeah, and then it's been that ever since, so I wanted to share this story, and I know that was a very long story, and hopefully it can inspire some people that are watching this. But my point of this story was that this was 3-4 years of time that it took, right? So you could say, on the left-hand side here was me starting fresh out of high school to where I am, let's say today, right? And the title of this video is creating the life, your dream life, right? It's starting to create the life of your dreams. What does that look like? That's where you really start. Because when I was right there, when I was right outside of high school, that's the first thing I thought. I always kept that at the bottom of my heart. What do I want? What do I envision for myself? Who do I envision myself to be? What life do I envision myself living? That was the first part. And that, out of inspiration, out of wanting this, right? And seeing and really connecting with what this looks like, that brought 3 years up to where I am today. And I stuck within that vision. And so for you guys that are graduating college, graduating high school maybe, and transitioning into that next part of your life, I want you to think to yourself and do this exercise. Really think about, who do you want to be in the next year? Let's say this just the next year. It doesn't have to be 5 years. It doesn't have to be 3 years. Just who do you imagine yourself to be in a year from now? Who do you want to be in a year from now? And I want you to write that down. Take out a piece of paper. All right, take out a piece of paper and write down who you want to be. Who do you want to be? Right? We're doing this with our team where we're writing down, what does Caleb version 2 look like? What does Jake version 2 look like? We call him Super Jake. All right, what does Super Jake look like when he wakes up in the morning to when he falls asleep? What does his life look like? Who is Super Jake? Because you got to get clear on who you want to be and tap into that. Right? Tap into that. So if you're confident, or if you're depressed, you're anxious, you're shy, right? You're scared to ask for money. You think you're a bad salesperson. You think you're a bad marketer. You think you're dumb, right? That's beliefs that are holding you back right now, right? And it's the past, right? Who do you want to become? It's never who you are right now or what you believe about yourself. It's who you want to become, and that's where everything starts, right? That's where people change. People change from that because they don't limit themselves by where they are right now. They might be the label of what they think they are, which is, slow or anxious, and, all these things are holding them back. But if that person can just think about who do I want to become and start to really tune into that, that's where change happens. And so I want you guys to do that exercise and really see and think about who you want to become, what person do you want to be in a year from now, and also do the same for the kind of life that you want to be living 1 year from now. Not the life that you're living right now. Right? You might be in your parents' basement like I am. And I choose to be in my parents' basement, one, because I like living with my parents, But I'll be moving to Mexico soon with the team. But again, that was a dream. That was a dream. I never knew I could live, and I've never imagined me being able to travel the world with my brother, with my best friends, with everybody else close to a different country and be able to work with them in a different country and live there for months. Never thought that was possible. But you know what? I did not let myself think, oh, Caleb's living in his parents' basement right now, so he's not able to do that. No, I knew, I understood, okay, I'm in this position right now. I'm in this financial situation. I'm in this, whatever it might be. This is my current situation, but where do I want to go? Where do I want to go in life? Who do I want to be? And I made it happen. I tune into that. Not what's here, accept what's here, but also be inspired, envision what it's going to look like down the line. And when you can do that, great things happen. When you do that, you get to create things that you never thought were possible. And better yet, you get to become the person that you never thought you could be. Just a little motivation for you guys on a Saturday night. I'm going to spend time with my family, and we're going to have a good time, watch a movie, kick back, relax. Happy Mother's Day for all the amazing mothers out there tomorrow, amazing moms, mine included. And yeah, hope you guys got value. If you did, if you're watching a replay, please drop in the comments what you got from this video. I want one sentence. Just give me one feedback or something that impacted you or resonated with you deeply. I want to hear it. I want to connect with you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video if you've been watching for this long. Yeah, let's become better, greater, right? Create the life of your dreams. It starts now. Never think that it starts tomorrow. Never think that it starts in a month from now. It starts today. You can start taking very little steps. Little steps. But little steps go a long, long way. Alrighty, guys. So happy Saturday night. And yeah, have a great day.